So quarter points is this with DAO or gold. You could do this with gold too. I enter with the exact same amount of risk every time. So I use about 50 pips. So let's say 50 bow. So from 44,000 to 50,000, that's $50. So 50 pips. And I always use a 1 to 3. So it would be 50 for 150. So if I'm entering a trade like this, I automatically know I'm putting 50 pips for 150. With one mini, that's $250 or $750. With one micro, that's $25 for $75. So it's put to a way where anybody could do it, but it's automatically set. I don't have to do any guesswork. So right here, I see we made this liquidity point down. We stopped right here at, what's this, 43,900. I don't have to guess where to put my risk to reward. I enter here directly on 900, 50 pips for 150 pips, and bow, I'm hitting TP at a 1 to 3. You feel me? So all I'm really doing is waiting for areas where price is stopping. So look, price comes above 850, bow, and it's trying to come down, but it's only wicks, but price can't get back to 800. So even when price comes back to this same area right here, we came down to 850, we couldn't get to 800. I'm pretty confident my 1 to 3 is going to hit. Now it took a while, but bow, it still goes up and hits. Even if you've seen it on this side, I seen price crashing into 44,000 and it's a bunch of wicks. It's not trying to go there, and I got a liquidity. I enter my 1 to 3 going down, bow, I'm hitting it. So there's people out here doing fucking ICT, all this fucking crazy extra shit, making the chart extra complicated. When you have a system in place, you can really simplify it. I only look for liquidity, supply and demands. I use my set risk to reward. If you can risk $200 to make $600, that's all you need in a day, especially if you're doing it on a funded account or if you're doing it on an evaluation. If you do 2 of these trades per day, 50 for 150, risk to 250, or you can do one. If you risk 250 to make if you do the 250 for 750, that's already $750. If you do that twice, you already maxed out the amount that you can make on the eval. That's $1,500. Does anybody have any questions so far from the things that I've just shown you? Just between the weekly high and low.
So you see the blue line, you said it was 6 hours because you went on the 2 hour, then you went on the 20-minute.
Right. I was on the 2 hour and the 20. So the 2 hour was where I was doing the weekly high, where I was showing you the weekly highs and lows. And the 20-minute was where I was showing you the 6 hour highs and lows. But you can do this with any time frame. You can do it with the 1 hour. You could do it with, let me show you on the 1 hour.
See, I trade the minute.
You trade the one. So if you trade the minute, then you would do it on the 1 hour. So you would be doing the surgery thing. I don't like to trade the 1 minute, but this would really help you if you were to trade the 1 minute. So let me just show you an example. Let me come down to 5 just to start. Nope, 5's not good enough. All right. So I guess we're going to wow. All right, I'm just gonna clear the chart. I don't really need. I can fucking chart. Wow. This is just to show you guys any time frame, the strategy works. So we're on the 1 hour time frame. We're looking for 1 hour highs and lows that took out other 1 hour highs and lows. Right off top, I can see this is the highest one because the stair step and it started coming down. And then I can see where price came and took that out. Wow. So that's where I start looking for sales when price takes out a liquidity. And the first thing I would look for myself, when I'm looking for my target for myself, I'm looking for the opposite swing. So where the last place that the 1 hour took out all the other 1 hour lows. So that's right here. So then we hit the swing about, and then because you're on a lower time frame, you would probably use lower quarter points. So I use 50 pips on US 30. You've been on the 1 minute, you would probably use 25 pips. So let's go there. Bow, 25 pips. So same concept. We take out liquidity. I put my 1 to 3. So that's 25 pips for 75 pips, and bow. We take out, we hit TP. So let's go ahead and, so we stay up here. Let's just, because we marked this level for the future, because we know one day we will come back to this level. This is our new liquidity zone. So let's go ahead and draw it out. Bow, so that's lick, and then let's make a demand zone out of it. Let's just use the whole 1 hour as our supply demand zone. So then we come down, price crashes down after it took your target. Wait, this was it, right? Bow, so that was here. So price sold all day, bow, and then it makes a new low. So this is our new 1 hour demand zone. Starts coming up. Let's draw the supply and demand would be the whole wick. So you wait for price to tap back into the supply and demand of this liquidity sweep. So you take the whole candle of this liquidity sweep and you draw it out, wait for price to tap back into it, bow. Price taps back into it here. When price taps back into my liquidity sweep, I take my 1 to 3 with my automated level, so there's no guesswork, bow, and I'm hitting it. So it's like, and really your target is up here, you're aiming up here, but it might take a while for that. And if you're aiming up here, you have to remember that your stop loss has to be below lick, the other liquidity. So if I did this and I did go put my 50 pips and aim directly 160, really it should be 50 for 150. But if I was aiming for the liquidity target, which was up here, then I would just do that. And then let's go ahead and see if it ever ended up hitting. And then took a while, but bow, we hitting TP any which way. Is there any questions?
This is like, this is crazy. But I got a quick question. You see the blue lines? Is that your one? The HTF high lows, or is it?
It's the indicator right here. So you would just go here, indicator HTF, and then you would just type it in, HTF high lows. It's by Zen and whatever his name is. It has 964 uses on it. So all I did was I took this indicator. I took the source code right here. Yeah. I copy and pasted it into ChatGPT, and then I told ChatGPT, but it's not an easy thing to do. It took me 2 weeks to figure it out. And then I just kept changing the code around until I ended up with this.
How do we get your one then?
You will have to pay me for mine because I'll give it to you, but I'm not gonna give it to you for free. But this is mine, and it's just a little bit more, it's easier for me to see. These are the 6-hour highs and lows. And at the same time, this is on the 1 minute, so you can't. I might actually explore the 1 minute now that I just did that. So I got my weekly highs and lows at the same time that I got my 6-hour highs and lows. And that's just how I do it. But for the sake of example and for showing you guys, I did it on here.
Oh, cool.
This is how the hour looks on the, but it looks a lot better when you do it on the 1 minute. And this week, I'm actually going to take some 1 minute trades now that we just did that little lab. But bank zones are a really big deal, guys. So whatever you guys trade, just let me know in what minute, and I'll tell you guys what automated QP points to use. See, this is something I made. It's not something that you can bind. And the one that was originally there that I used the code to copy from, it doesn't exist anymore. Only the closest thing I can find that's free that compares to that is this one. It's called the visual range quarter points or whatever. So if you type in quarter point, look for anything quarter points, and that's going to get you to ideology that I'm using, which is price entering at price at the same even levels, sacred geometry, you feel me? So this one does it too. Let me show you this one. This is somebody else's that they made. Dang, where the fuck is it? All right, bow. Let me close everything else off so you can't see. Bow. So this one does it, but it shows it. It's not showing right now. Close it, open it back up. Because I just found this today. So let's say I did 250 pips and then do it like that. So this will put a quarter point every 250 pips, and you can even set zones. So this is so powerful, guys. So I can set the zone to be I can set 10 pip zone every 100 pips. This is an example of quarter points, and you can just put it however you want, and then you use these zones to see which way price is actually going. When it's breaking a zone, breaking to the upside, I can literally trade zone to zone just like this. But the ones I have just do it as dots on a smaller interface. Does that make sense? You see how this is like, let me move this out the fucking thing. This is popping up at 900, 44,000, 44,100, 44,200, and that's because I put 100 level intervals, and these are 10 pip spaces, but you could put whatever you want. You feel me? So how I do 50 pips on US 30 for my what's the name? There's your 50 pips, and then you can go, let's say you entered here, you go your 50, 1 to 3. Where's 1 to 3 at? 1 to 3 is right there. So is that 50 pips? This is more than 50 pips. What is this? This is 100. This is 150. All right, so that is 50 pips. So bow 50 pips, bow 150, TP slapped. You feel me? So this is like a free version of the shit that I made. If you guys want to try to find something similar to help you see which way price is going, and to have automated entries. I don't guess where I'm going to enter. I only enter at quarter points. But that's pretty much the overview of the strategy. If anybody needs a one-on-one, we can make your specific trading plan based on what size account you have. For example, if you're doing a 50K account, I recommend going 50 pips US 30 on YM with 4 pips, 4 micros with 50 pips. That would be $200. And then your 1 to 3, I would risk 200 to make 600. That would be an example. Because the reason I would say risk 200 to make 600 is because with a 50K account, you have $2,000 of risk. So that would give you 10 chances if you were to risk 200 to make 600. So it would give you 10 chances before you fail, but you could pass if you get 5 TPs. So you could pass in half the amount of time it takes you to fail. So when you put calculations like that, it makes passing a challenge very easy. There's a lot of people that are just doing everything random. They're entering random, their stop loss to take profit is random. And it's like, if you don't have a system in place, you're not going to get anywhere long term. And there was no guesswork. So what y'all got, man? Somebody talk to me.
Shit, man. Well, I'm picking up everything you putting down.
Hey! Come on, man. That's too easy.